What do you do when your child doesn't play by the rules? Parenting children from hard places often comes with big behaviors like lying, manipulation, and blatant defiance, and they can seem to come out of nowhere. While you may be tempted to wonder, what's wrong with my child? The real question is, what happened to them? Yes, these behaviors are frustrating and overwhelming, but by peeking behind the curtain of behaviors, you'll find what's really driving them: fear. In this video, we'll explore the root of fear-based behaviors. It's a deep, natural need to feel safe. You'll gain practical tools that will help you disarm your child's fear at its source instead of simply managing meltdowns. Safety is the first of Howard Bath and John Sita's 3 pillars of transforming care. A firm sense of safety actively counteracts the fear driving a child's behaviors. But it's not enough for parents to make sure their child is safe. Kids from hard places must feel safe, emotionally and physically, before their brain can heal and learn. To understand the connection between safety and behavior, we have to dig into the ways trauma affects the brain. Imagine you're driving down the road when a car suddenly pulls out in front of you. Your brain jumps into high alert and you instinctively swerve out of the way. Danger averted. Your racing heart begins to slow down and your muscles relax. Our brains and bodies are wired to react automatically to protect us from harm. Once the danger has passed, however, our brains switch out of survival mode and our bodies calm down. Trauma alters the way a brain perceives danger. Repeated exposure to threats like hunger or violence trains the brain to be hypervigilant. Traumatic experiences in your child's past triggered their survival instincts so often they can no longer switch them off. They feel the need to constantly scan their surroundings for threats, and they can't calm back down once they've been triggered. Their brain is stuck in fight, flight, or freeze mode. Kids who enter care as infants can also develop an overactive fear response if their basic need for safety wasn't met in utero. This could come from drug use, high stress, or malnutrition during pregnancy. Even children who've been safe since birth sometimes need help retraining their brains to feel safe. So what might a fear-based reaction look like? Imagine you're strolling down the aisles of the grocery store with your child riding along in the cart. As you pass the cereal section, she asks if she can choose one. You tell her no, we've got cereal at home. She then leans out of the cart and tries to grab a box. You pull her back to keep her from falling down, and you tell her to sit down. Boom! Meltdown. She starts screaming, knocking boxes off the shelves, and shoppers around you start to stare. What looks like a temper tantrum to you is actually a child in full-blown panic mode. She's gone hungry before, and now her fear of hunger has made her anxious and hypervigilant around food. While you're saying, sit down, her brain is screaming, danger, danger, and she's terrified. In her terror, she cannot process your instructions, much less obey them. Kids from hard places often have endured abuse and neglect we can't comprehend. Their experiences have taught them that the world is a scary place and adults cannot be trusted. The behaviors you're struggling with are the very tactics that once kept them alive. Now that your child has entered your care, they have a chance to learn what safety feels like, not just physically, but emotionally. To feel safe, a child needs 3 things: predictability, control, and emotional acceptance. Let's look at a few strategies you can use to meet these needs. First, predictability means giving your child a sense of expectation. In the past, your child never knew what any given day would bring. Would they get enough to eat? Would anyone be home at bedtime? They didn't know. so they had to be ready for anything. Knowing what to expect from their day, their surroundings, and from you helps disarm your child's hypervigilance. You can create predictability in these areas using 3 tools: routines, schedules, and rituals. A routine is a time-bound order of events repeated on a daily basis. Routines remove uncertainty from a child's daily life and replace it with a pattern of safety. A child with food insecurity spends a large part of her day thinking about food. But when mealtimes occur at the same time every day, she will begin to trust that food will come. Maybe your routine includes packing her lunchbox first thing every morning or eating a snack as soon as she gets in the car after school. Following through with every step of your child's daily routine is important for their mental and emotional health. Creating stability around meals, screen time, and bedtime every day alleviates the stress on your child to figure out what will happen next. A schedule is a communicated set of expectations for the day's events. Going over a schedule together each morning allows you to prepare your child for the different people, places, and activities they will encounter each day. Advanced knowledge of errands, practices, and visits happening on a particular day can help reduce anxiety around the variations in their daily routine. You can also give 5 or 10-minute warnings to help your child transition to the next activity on the schedule. A ritual is a repeated, personalized activity like a favorite movie or an inside joke. These are things you use to keep your child connected and regulated. Rituals aid in creating predictability on days when your routine gets disrupted, like when you go on vacation or have a court day. Say your child has a parent visit scheduled. You can prepare your child using the schedule, but you can't control how the visit will go. Having a designated ritual around these visits can add stability to the unstable. Maybe you and your child grab a smoothie before every visit. Then afterward, you turn on their favorite music and you head home for a movie night. No matter what happens during the visit, your child knows what to expect before and after. Next, let's explore ways to give your child a sense of control. You are the parent and you want your child to obey. However, past trauma has taught your child they're safest when they are in control. To gain that sense of control, your child may push back against simple instructions or intentionally ruin activities. This, too, is an attempt to feel safe. One effective strategy for meeting this need is power sharing. As a parent, you share power with your child by offering choices. Choices help achieve your desired outcome while giving your child a say in how to get there. When your child reaches for that cereal box at the store, you might say, "That's not on our list today, honey, but if you're hungry, I have a granola bar. Would you like to sit down in the cart and eat it now, or put it in your pocket for later?" You can also share power over future choices. "That's not on our list today, but you can write it on our list for next week. Should we get Cheerios or Lucky Charms next time?" Inviting her to participate in making a grocery list and shopping together provides her with a sense of control. The final key to helping your child feel safe is emotional acceptance. Your child doesn't know why he or she is acting this way. Fear has been in the driver's seat for so long, their brain simply reacts to all big emotions in self-defense. Emotional acceptance does not mean allowing disrespectful behavior. But in order to change their learned reactions, your child needs you to teach them the right way to respond to their emotions. The challenge here is learning how to address your child's big feelings when their behavior is triggering your own survival instincts. That's why your first step is to pause and breathe. Giving yourself a moment to step back before addressing your child shows them you can be trusted. Even when they feel overwhelmed and out of control, you will remain calm and safe. Think about it like this. When their behavior lights a spark, will you fan their emotional flame with anger or douse it with a calm response? This is also an opportunity to model a correct response for your child. Our brains are wired to mirror each other's behavior. That's why yawns are so contagious and why we smile when others smile. It's why you feel so compelled to yell at the person yelling at you. But you can also harness this instinct to work in your favor by giving your child an example to follow. Take a deep breath and try to keep a kind facial expression and tone. When you bring your calm to their storm, your child will instinctively calm down as well. The second step of emotional acceptance is working through big feelings together. When anger erupts out of fear or disappointment, you can teach your child how to name, express, and resolve that emotion. Like this: I can see you're feeling angry. Sometimes I feel angry too. It's not okay to throw your phone, but we can go throw a ball or jump on the trampoline instead. Following these steps shows your child that you can be trusted with their big feelings, that you understand, and you're there to help them. So how do you practically apply these techniques to help your child feel safe and avoid a meltdown on aisle 3? First, you prepare. Put the trip to the store on your daily schedule and remind your child before it's time to go. Make a grocery list together, and it never hurts to keep a snack handy. Next, follow through. Stick to the list and employ your rituals. Make a game out of shopping by setting a speed timer or playing I Spy. It may also help to follow the same route through the store each time. Finally, practice. Odds are meltdowns are still going to happen as your child learns how to process their feelings. Remember, acknowledge their feelings, give choices when you can, and take a step back when you're feeling triggered. If you're looking for even more trauma-informed parenting techniques, check out our other videos to learn how to help your child heal through connection, empowerment, and correction.